Hello and welcome to game number 3 between Viper and Miguel. This game is gonna be on Team Islands. So far it's 2-0 for the Viper, and we've seen what happened on the last game that had water on it, which was, the last game. It was on Baltic, and Viper dominated pretty clearly. And this time, let's see if Miguel can redeem himself and take the win on this map. Team Islands, so in the south we're gonna have the Viper in the red, and in the north we're gonna have Miguel in the green. Again, random mirror sieves, and this time it's the Mongols. So, looking at the maps, Viper's berries are really close to his TC. The gold is forward, although still far enough away, I think, to not be in too much danger from the ships even later on. The stone is fine, nothing really that he would really need, like no resources that he would really need are close to the shoreline. And so pretty much everything is safe for him. He's gonna be taking wood from this wood line here, and he's found his sheep. He's even exploring a little bit with some of them. And there's some deer over here that he might take later. Let's look at Miguel's map. He has found a lot of sheep as well. This is a really nice back gold. Very safe too. Even a cannon galleon, even an elite cannon galleon probably wouldn't be able to reach a mining camp that was right here or something, so there's that. And this stone is kind of in an awkward position, but it should be fine, because that one is also in a pretty bad location. There's a cliff on this side and a woodland on the other side, so kind of hard to access, but he should be okay for the most part, I think. He actually brought in his first boar with the scout, and looks like Viper did the same thing. And so far no dogs yet, but we will probably see the first dogs for both players coming up shortly. Let's look at what Viper sees. He scouted only a little bit of his own shoreline, and not everything of his island. Let's look at Miguel. He has explored kind of in circles around this base, and he is putting up his first dock in a second. Yeah, he's just waiting for the wood at this point. There it is. And yeah, he's putting that up. And Viper will do the same in a second probably. Yep, there it is. And Miguel is bringing in his second boar with the scout too. And Viper did the same thing, I think, because the scout is really low, 10 HP. Miguel's is at 17. I don't think that there's really going to be a scout fight. I think that this game will, like 99.9% be decided on the water. But yeah, that's going to be the decisive part. Let's look at the res. 70 food for Miguel. 384, so probably Viper's gonna be the first to click up. He's getting a loom, and after that he should have enough food in order to reach the feudal age. So if he really gets to feudal age first, depending on how much earlier he gets to a feudal age, he might be at a clear advantage by that point. So you have feudal age upgrade coming in. Miguel is going to be clicking up soon as well, but he's not there yet. Taking some more sheep. He is transitioning a lot of villagers onto wood. He still doesn't have 491 food, come on, couple more. There we go. Now he's clicked up, but he will reach the feudal age about 45 seconds after the Viper. So that will mean that Viper is going to be ahead in galley production. And that's scary on Team Island. Because like the galley production, galley wars in feudal age are oftentimes pretty essential to doing well on Team Island, and if Viper just gets the head start, then that's really bad for Miguel. He's moving over to gold, only with 2 villagers for now. He's probably gonna be putting more villagers onto gold in a second, because otherwise you know how you're gonna make all those galleys that you're gonna need. Viper meanwhile building a second dock, Miguel as well, but Viper will have the second dock up before he gets to his feudal age, and he will probably start producing galleys immediately. Yeah. And that's gonna become a problem for Miguel, assuming that Viper will actually, you know, not mess up somehow. He is... wow, that's a lot of villagers on wood. So he's definitely gonna have enough wood for sustaining the galley production. Now Miguel advanced to the feudal age, but Viper's actually queuing up a fishing ship after this galley. He's queuing up fishing ships after the galleys. That's an interesting move. So he's basically giving away his advantage here. And he's scouting around for Miguel's ships. He has found this dock. And he's moving pretty far away. If Miguel gets 2 galleys out now, he's gonna be 2v1, and then Viper all of a sudden is gonna be at a disadvantage. Let's see. The first galleys have come out from Miguel, and he's gonna kill this fishing ship in all likelihood. Yeah. Viper only has 1 galley here, because the other one is exploring. And all of a sudden, the faster feudal age time doesn't seem to matter anymore for the Viper, because he decided to queue up some fishing ships in the meantime, and this is really bad. I mean, now he has 3 galleys, but there's 2 more coming in from Miguel. So Miguel once again has the numbers advantage here, because Viper for whatever reason decided to explore with his galley. I mean, there's nothing wrong with exploring, but when you already have the feudal age advantage and you get the first galleys out, I think you should just push that advantage and produce more and more. Don't give your opponent a chance to catch up, because a player, you know, of the class of Miguel will definitely do that. He will catch up, and all of a sudden you're gonna lose your advantage and you're gonna be in a rough spot. And then there's another galley coming out from Miguel, but Viper did do a lot of damage to one of these galleys, so it's not looking bad for him right now. And he got his 3rd dock hub. Whereas Miguel, on the other hand, is still at 2? Yeah, he's still at 2. So for right now, it's looking good for the Viper. And he is actually milling these deer. Let's look at what Miguel's doing. He's got an archery range. Oh, and he has a transport. So he's looking to do something that Viper did last game. He's gonna transport some archers over. And that could be pretty annoying for Viper, because he doesn't have any defenses at home. Yeah, some archers would be pretty good for Miguel here. Let's look at his archery range. He has only one coming out already and 1 more queued up. Viper right now at the advantage here. Let's look at his resources. Yeah, both players right now are really far away from clicking up to the castle age, so no fast castle or anything like that coming in. And they're both like committed to the feudal age here. That's Viper with a lot of galleys here is gonna try and take down one of Miguel's docks. Meanwhile, Miguel producing a couple more archers, which are probably going to be coming in the next few minutes, or they're probably going to be landing over here. So if Viper scouts this, he could actually make a counter trade here. He's building a blacksmith right now, and yeah, if Viper notices this, which apparently he does not, so this could be pretty bad for Viper. He does not have any defenses at home, so these archers could do some big damage to his economy. You know, if Miguel scouts like this woodline or something, then the archers could pick off 1 or 2 villagers. And he's getting fletching as well, so that's gonna make them that much more effective. Viper now building a barracks. And he's actually attacking the docks from Miguel. And he's trying to kill these galleys as well. Oh, this is bad. He's gonna lose 1 villager. Two? No, just 1. Okay, that was still pretty bad because now he got denied this wood line. He's putting down an archery range of his own, so he's probably gonna make skirmishers. And meanwhile, he actually... No, I thought he cleaned up these galleys on the left side because I didn't see the fight on the minimap anymore, but apparently Miguel just ran away. The archers are doing some more damage here. And they might get another kill here. No, instead Viper's gonna kill one of the archers. But 1 more villager is probably gonna go down. Yep. And Viper's actually forced to take wood from here now. Actually, no, he's going back to his woodland, but... Let's see, where's Miguel's transport? It's waiting over here. Is Miguel making more archers? He's not. But... Oh, big galley fight breaking out in the middle, and it seems like Miguel did come out on top of that. Viper ships apparently just 2 split up. And this is bad for Viper. He is gonna spot the transport ship though. And he's gonna destroy it, in all likelihood. Yep, he did. He also just built a market. And he's gonna buy his way up to the castle age in a second. So Viper is advancing to the castle age, but he has lost most of his navy. And he's gonna be losing his docks as well. He's not queuing up any ships at the moment, because he doesn't really have much gold. So big advantage now for Miguel, who's also like 500 score ahead, almost 600 now. And yeah, I mean, the fact that Miguel was able to force the archery range from Viper, that cost Viper a lot of wood that he would have available to use for ships. But now Miguel's going to be clicking up to the castle age himself. Yeah, it's going to be about 1 minute 20 seconds later, but he does have the decisive edge on the water. Like, Viper has no ships out at the moment, and no matter what he does, if he produces a fire ship or 2, like they're still gonna get sunk by these galleys. And back at home, Miguel is not producing any more archers. He also is not... Oh, he has another transport, and he's gonna be transporting these archers over. Let's see if Viper can see this. I mean, almost certainly not, but... Oh, he's actually getting a scout over here. Maybe he'll see it? He saw it. And the scout is on 1 HP though. He has some skirmishers in the fence, which are gonna be able to deal with these archers very nicely, but he's losing his docks. He's rebuilding a new one over here, or he has rebuilt, rather, but that's not gonna be enough, and the one fire ship is not gonna be... It's not gonna be able to do very much either. So the stock is going down. He has 1 galley and 2 fire ships at the moment, whereas Miguel has like a bunch of galleys over there. And he's making more. It's like 3, 6, 9, 11 galleys over here, 13. 13 galleys versus 2 fire ships. Yeah, 2 fire ships and 1 galley, so clear advantage from Miguel at the moment. And he has these archers on Viper's Island as well, which did not get picked off by the skirmishers yet. This is looking really bad for Viper. And he's putting a second lumber camp over here just for efficiency's sake. Putting up a second TC. Miguel is building his second and third TC already. He's also ahead in population by 9 and 3 villagers ahead. That's actually not that bad. But he has a clear advantage in terms of military. And he's going to be taking down the next dock from Viper soon. He's going to lose his transport, but at this point the transport has done its job. It's done its thing, it's done what it needed to do. It's not so bad if it goes down now. Viper with a lot of fire ships, but can he hold? Can he hold the line against all these war galleys? He can just kite those fire ships. And Miguel is doing a fantastic job at displaying that. I think he also... Wait, does Miguel have... No, he does not have ballistics yet. He's probably gonna get it soon. I mean, what is Viper really gonna be able to do at this point? He's making galleys when he's up against war galleys? I don't think that's the best idea here. He's still only 3 villagers behind. And he just put up his 3rd TC. But still, Miguel has done a lot of damage. He's built a monastery? I don't know if he's really gonna be able to convert ships. And even if he does get 1 or 2 at this point, that's not gonna be enough. Look at all these war galleys coming in from Miguel. Viper still has these ships here idle, just chilling. They don't feel like fighting these this time. Yeah, the single galleys are just gonna get decimated. Both are coming in from Miguel. Viper, I don't know what he's planning to do at this point. He's making a university. Miguel has so many lumberjacks over here. And he's building a university of his own. Let's see what else he has. He has an archery range, he has a barracks. And his production right now is war galleys from 3 docks. No, actually 2 docks. He's still only on the 2 docks. That's kind of interesting. Then again, I feel like he just doesn't have enough resource income to produce from 3 docks because, you know, ships are pretty damn expensive, all things considered. But he's doing a really good job here. He is now 20 population ahead. He's 12 villagers ahead. And he's ahead in military. So this is looking really rough for Viper, who has lost all of his docks. Yep, no more docks for Viper. I don't know what he's gonna do at this point. I mean, he's gonna need more docks at some point if he wants to win this game. Because right now Miguel is looking really strong. He has a strong navy here. He has some more ships over here. Just looking, just in case Viper has some back docks. You know, fish boom or something like that, or some sneaky attack planned or something like that. But Viper does not. And now the shoreline is under attack. The monk coming in from Viper, but even if he converts 1 ship, it's not gonna be enough. I wonder what Viper's plan is at this point, because I think this is pretty much over. But he's not gonna given up yet, so he must have a plan. He's pretty close to getting up a castle, so maybe that's what he's gonna try and do. He should build it. I mean, here would be far too risky. Here on this hill would be a pretty good spot, I guess. But even then, Miguel could just land over here, outside of the range of the castle, and well, that's pretty much it then. So the castle coming up for Viper. Let's see. Is Miguel gonna spot this? He hasn't seen it yet. And actually, yeah, 1 galley from Viper. There's a little bit of harassing. And the monk's gonna try to convert a ship, but he's gonna go down and... yeah, now he sees the castle coming up, and this is just gonna be... this is just gonna be awful for Viper. I mean, he's probably gonna get the castle up, but he's gonna lose a bunch of villagers here. And the war galleys are just gonna run away. Both players clicking up to the Imperial Age here. A little bit more surprising for Viper because he's been so far behind. And again, like, yeah, Viper does have the castle here now, but Miguel knows it's there, so he can play around it. For a second I thought there was going to be another transport ship here with, you know, archers or crossbows or something in them. Let's look at the wood situation. Like, this wood line is almost completely exhausted by Miguel. He has a lot of wood left over here though, so he should be fine. And obviously a lot of trees left over here. Viper has, yeah, he's lots of wood left as well, and these war galleys are doing so much damage from the shoreline. And they're gonna destroy these docks as well, because the castle is not in range of them. Viper forced to delete his extra docks here, and he's gonna lose this dock as well. He only has fletching on this castle, so it's not in range of these war galleys. And Miguel is looking really dominant in this game. Like he took his advantage, and he didn't really give Viper a chance to catch up. Viper is also gonna lose this stock probably before the War Galley upgrade comes in. No, Miguel's backing off. All right. If Miguel had just focused the villagers, then yeah, this stock would have gone down. Chemistry coming in for Miguel, and also Bracer. So his ships are going to be as strong as they're going to get. He's also, of course, getting the Galleon upgrade. War Galley and careening coming in from Viper. Miguel doesn't have careening, actually. Fast fire ship being researched for Viper as well, so that's his plan. If he can force Miguel to fight under his castle, which, I mean, Miguel is not stupid, but if he could somehow pull that off, then maybe he has a chance still. But apart from that, it's looking very grim for Viper. He's being attacked on the shoreline pretty much on all sides by Miguel's galleons, and I don't think Viper is going to be able to recover from this. I mean, yeah, these fast fire ships are going to kill some galleons, but is it really going to be enough? Looks like a pretty clear no to me. Yeah, look at that. Demo coming in from Miguel. That's still a bunch of fast fire ships over here, sure. Let's see how they do. Yeah, the galleons are just gonna be able to kite the fast fire ships. Some more demos coming in from Miguel. And yeah, this looks pretty much over. 110 pop for Viper, 150-ish for Miguel. Of course, he loses a couple as soon as I say that. Yeah, Viper lost all his ships over here, and he's calling it. He's been behind in this game for a long time now, and you know, eventually even the Viper has to concede that he can't win this game anymore. So let's look at the achievements for this game. "75 to 36 kills, 7 buildings raised for Miguel, 0 for Viper. Largest army, 48 for Miguel, 16 for Viper." So that just tells us that Miguel definitely did commit to the water control much more heavily than the Viper did. You know, we saw him queuing up a fishing ship in the early feudal age after he had the advantage of getting out the first galleys. So that was maybe not the ideal play from Viper. If he had just kept up the galley production, then he would have outnumbered Miguel pretty easily, and things might have looked a lot differently. More food and wood collected by Miguel, also more gold. More stone from Viper, but then he needed it for the castle. And 2 more villagers for Miguel actually compared to Viper, so they were really close in that regard. Here's the timeline. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you again with the next game of these two in the next video. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.